Hello everyone, in this tutorial we're gonna learn on how to set up a quiz into our Notion page. So right now I've already set it up 4 types of quizzes. The first one is short answer, and the second one is true or false, then we have multiple choice, and the last one is multiple response. So right here I've been using, instead of table view, I've been using gallery view. So in order to create a gallery view, just type in slash gallery, and then you'll see there's a gallery view option database. So just create that and then create new database. After that, you can open this and then start off editing things from here. For now, since we're going to be making a quiz, just remove all of the properties that is in here, because we're going to be creating a new one together. Just delete everything, literally everything, and then we add new property from there. I'm going to use the ones on here so we can tell which one is which easily. So we're going to start off with the short answer. So right now this is my short answer. So this is how the result will show up. So this is the question. Question is 2 plus 2 equals mystery mark, and then the answer, this is for the student to answer. If I didn't answer, it will say incorrect. When I say 2, it says incorrect. But when I answer 4, which is the correct answer, it's going to say correct. So in order to do this, you're going to need to have 3 properties of text and 1 property of formula. Okay, so now that I'm on an empty page, let's create the text together. So we type in, that's the text, and then we say question, okay, and done. And add another property. This one is a answer, and done. And this one we're going to create another property, also a text. This one will be the correct answer. So type in correct answer, and then I'm going to move the question to the top, and then the last one will be the formula property. So we type in formula. Okay, there we go, it's like that one, and we're gonna rename this as results. So now for the formula one, we're gonna type in the formula by pressing this edit right here. If you press outside, and you can still edit the formula by pressing edit property and then press edit formula right here. So I'm gonna edit formula, and now it will show up this window right here. So now we're going to be using an if statement. So in order to do that, we're going to type in if bracket, and then we're going to type in we're going to be comparing 2 different properties. One is the answer and one is correct answer. So they will show up. So we'll be comparing 2 of those different data. So we will be picking answer equals, which means the same as correct answer. So it's going to say if answer is the same as correct answer, then it will show the results, and the result is correct. If answer is not the same as correct answer, then it will show incorrect. So we're gonna close that with another bracket. So make sure that you type these formulas or every formula correctly. If you type the formula correctly or have a typo like this, for example, you're missing this one symbol, and then it's going to show an error. So make sure you type every formula correctly. And now that we finished, it says no results. That means it was correctly, there's no error, and it's showing this output right here. And it's saying it's correct because the correct answer is the same as the answer, because they're both empty. So let's make a question. Let's do 4 minus by 2 equals mystery mark. And then we're gonna pick the correct answer is 2. So now it says it's correct because our answer is empty. If you answer 1, it says incorrect, but when you say 2, which is the correct answer, it's gonna say correct. And there we go, and that's how you do it. But if you want to hide these 2 properties, like correct answer and results, just go to here, the triple dots right here on the top right, and then press customize page, and then we can hide the 2 of those properties, which is the correct answer and the results, as if this page is for students to view. When we hide it, there we go, and now they can only see the question and the answer, so they won't know whether their answer is correct or not until they open this. So now let's move on to the next kind of quiz, which is the true or false. This one is the same as the previous one, but we're going to be using a different kind of properties. So as you can see here, I'm using a selection kind of property. If we go to edit property, you see that it's a select type. So I've already inputted the true and false. So just like before, let's create a new one. Okay, so now we have empty property. We're going to create a text, which is for the question. So we type in, name it as question, and then we're going to add another property. This one is going to be select, so we're going to select this one, which is called select, and then we'll rename this as answer. Let's add another property. This one will be the correct answer, so we're going to pick select and say correct answer. And now we're going to move the question property to the top, and now we're going to add the formula. So let's rename this as results and then edit the formula. This formula will be the same as the previous one. The only difference is in terms of the property inside the page. So we're going to pick correct answer equals answer, and then close that. And then we're going to make the output, which is correct. And then if it's not the same, then we're going to say incorrect. And then we're going to close that brackets, and see it says no results. Okay, now we're going to close that and press done. And now it says correct because both the correct answer is empty. Now let's fill in by typing true, and then we're going to add in false. Same go with this one. We're typing true, and then we can type in false. So there are two kinds of answer they can pick, is true and false. You can also change the colors of these tags or these answers. Let's say since true is orange and doesn't look fit, let's pick green. And for the false option, we're going to change it to red. There we go. So now we're going to go for the question. Let's say bananas are yellow. That, and then we're going to say correct answer is true. So if we answer false, then it's going to say incorrect. But if we answer and say it's true, yes, bananas are yellow, and the result will be correct because it is the same as the correct answer. And that's how you do a true or false question. Now let's move on to the next one, which is a multiple choice quiz. So if we go, this one is going to be much more difficult because it's going to be multiple choice, but I'll show you how to do so. So right here, I already set up my own questions right here. So we have question. The question is empty, and then we have option A, option B, option C, option D, and the correct answer and the results. So the answer will obviously be A. So when you pick the correct answer is A. So when we check that, boom, it says correct. But if we uncheck this and select option C, then it's gonna say incorrect. You can do this with the same as the one with the true and false, by adding more options. Let's say we remove this, also delete this, and then what we're gonna do is just add in A, and then B, and then C, and then D. Same goes the correct answer, A, B, D, and C. If you pick A and the correct answer is D, then you get incorrect. If the correct answer is A and you picked A, and the results will be correct. The way for you to set up the questions will be adding in some text. So we're gonna add in some text in the question by typing shift enter. We say A means yellow, shift enter again for the next line, and then B, we say red, and then next line again, C means blue, and next line for D is green. So there we go, and that's how you can set up. That's the first way of setting up a multiple choice question, by using the select option for the properties. But the one that I'm going to show you now for the multiple choice here, right here, see this one is a bit more difficult because we're going to be using checkbox. So just follow these, as you can see here. This you can ignore these ones, these properties right here. Just ignore this one. This one is extra. The main structure will be this question text, and then the four checkbox, one select property for the correct answer, and one formula to show the results. Okay, so now we have the correct answer to select. So input the four of the types of options, which is A, B, C, and D. And now we'll go to the results, edit property, and then we're going to edit the formula. So in order to write the formula for this one, we can start with the if statements. Let's type in if, just like before, and then we're going to pick correct answer is the same as A, because there are four options, because which is A, B, C, and D. And then I'm going to type in N, so there will be two conditions. So if correct answer is A, N, option A is true, so that means option A is selected, then it will say correct. And now what you're going to need to do here to quicken the process of typing this, because we're going to be typing this all over again for A, B, C, and D. And now we've done for A, so let's copy this from beginning. Just copy all of that and then press space and then Shift V to paste it. There we go. So now what we need to do, just switch from A to B right here, and then we're gonna remove this option and then enter option B. And then we're gonna redo this again, paste it, paste another part of the code, and then switch A with C, and then the option, we're gonna switch with option A with option C, and then enter, and then paste it for last time. This time it's gonna be D, so switch A with D, and then for option we're gonna switch option A with option D, and then enter. And afterwards, the last one, we're going to type in correct as the final output, and then close bracket. And since we've made 4 if statements or if functions, we're going to be needing to put 4 bracket in the end. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now it's done. So now it's saying incorrect because we picked the wrong answer, because the correct answer is A, but we picked C. So let's uncheck that and then select A, and there we go. And now it says correct. See, easy. Now let's go for the last type of quiz, which is the multiple response quiz. So you can see I've already set it up just like the usual. A question for a checkbox, 1, which is the multiple answer. So right now you can see there is a text property for question, for a checkbox, for answer options, and then the multi-select property, and the last one is the formula property. So let's say there are 2 correct answers, which is A and B. As you can see here, the correct answer is A and B, and if I check A and B, it's going to say correct. But when I only answer A, it's going to say incorrect. When I answer C, incorrect as well. If I only answer B, it's going to be incorrect. But if I answer both A and B, it's going to say correct, because it matches the correct answer input right here. This one is a multi-select, so that's why we're able to pick more than 1 instead of selecting only 1, just like before when we did with true and false, or even the multiple choice one. So let's remove all this and start from scratch together. I'm going to remove that as well. So now we're going to add a new property. Let's pick text. This one's going to be for question. So let's say it here. We type that question. Okay, now we're going to add a checkbox. So let's pick this checkbox, and then you say option A. Okay, so here I'm just gonna duplicate the property and duplicate again and duplicate it again. I'm gonna move the question to the top. Okay, now we're gonna edit the option from option A to option B. This one would be option C, and this one will be option D. And close that, and then we're going to add another property. This one is going to be the multi-select for the correct answer. So we're going to click this. If you can't find it, then just type in multi, and then there we go, that shows it multi-select. Okay, now we have multi-select, and then we're going to type in correct answer, and it seems that I've picked more than 1 multi-select, so I'm going to remove this one because we don't need that. And then we're going to add one less property, which is the formula for the results. Pick that one, and then we type in results as its name. So now for the correct answer, we're gonna need to add 4 different options. So A, B, C, and D. let's say the correct answer is A and C. Okay, the correct answer is A and C. So when you pick this and this, it should show up correct. So let's go on for the formula. Edit formula, and then we're gonna type in the formula. So right here, we're gonna be using two methods. So we're gonna type in here. So if the correct answer has A, B, and we're gonna close that. Wait, and close that, and then we type in N. It has C, so we're gonna type in C. So it's A and C. So if the correct answer has A and C equals, and if the correct, and type in, get this bracket right here. So this one is a bit different kind of bracket. This one is the sharp one. It's more square kind of bracket. So we're gonna type in that, and then we're gonna say symbol and say A, that symbol, and then type in that up, and then we say C. So it's gonna say this. So this way we can type in multiple kind of input or conditions or numbers in it. So I'm gonna pick that, and then I'm gonna say N, option A is true, so that means it was checked. And then we type in N again, option C is checked. Then add a symbol. We're gonna say make it output correct when all of those conditions are met, and if one of those conditions is not met, then it's gonna say incorrect. And then we're gonna close this, and there we go. And now it says correct because because our answers and our correct answers have matched. If we don't, we have only answer A, it's going to say incorrect. If we answer B and D, it's going to say incorrect as well. If we only answer C, it's going to say incorrect. But when we answer A and C, it does says correct. And there we go. And that's how you do a multiple response quiz. So I've shown you short answer, true or false, multiple choice, and multiple response. And that's all for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, then please drop a like and leave a comment if you have any more questions. For now, I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.